A human lying still for months would become dangerously weak, but a bear emerges ready to move.
Inside the winter den, the bear may remain almost motionless for weeks at a time.
Bears hibernate differently from tiny mammals, reducing metabolism deeply without becoming nearly as cold.
Across the body, energy use drops while essential organs continue working. The heart slows dramatically, lowering the cost of circulation. Body temperature falls only moderately, helping tissues remain functional. Most winter energy comes from fat stored before the bear enters the den. That makes the contrast with human bed rest especially surprising. In inactive humans, muscle proteins are often broken down faster than they are rebuilt. Hibernating bears suppress much of that disuse-related muscle loss.
The key is controlling the balance between protein breakdown and protein synthesis.
Seasonal changes in gene activity prepare bear muscle for the fasting months. Signals circulating in winter blood also appear to influence muscle metabolism.
In laboratory studies, hibernating bear serum has reduced protein breakdown in cultured human muscle cells.
Even bears are not perfectly immune, and some individuals can lose a limited amount of muscle. Age, sex, health, species, and reproductive state can all change the result.
A nursing mother faces an even greater challenge because she must support newborn cubs while fasting. The strategy begins in autumn, when the bear eats intensely and builds large fat reserves.
Entering the den in strong condition gives the animal more energy to spare muscle.
Many denning bears pass the winter without eating and with extremely limited loss of water and nitrogen.
Instead of rapidly excreting urea, the hibernating body conserves much of its nitrogen. Kidney filtration and nitrogen handling change sharply during the denning period.
Microbes in the intestine may help recover nitrogen from urea, although the full pathway is still being studied.
That salvaged nitrogen can contribute to amino acid building blocks.
Those amino acids can be reused to maintain proteins rather than simply lost as waste.
The result is a tightly conserved nitrogen economy during a long fast. Burning fat for energy also reduces the need to dismantle muscle protein.
Fat breakdown supplies glycerol and other substrates for the body's limited glucose needs. Fatty acids and related fuels power many tissues through the winter. At the cellular level, metabolism is redirected toward survival and tissue maintenance. Pathways that drive excessive proteolysis are restrained in hibernating muscle. At the same time, enough protein synthesis continues for repair and maintenance.
Cellular recycling still occurs, but it is controlled instead of consuming the muscle indiscriminately.
Muscle mitochondria also adjust to months of fasting and low activity.
The same tissue changes fuel use between the summer feeding state and winter hibernation.
Bears also avoid much of the inflammation that prolonged inactivity and obesity can cause in humans.
Their relatively modest temperature drop may help preserve ongoing tissue maintenance. Muscle chemistry continues slowly because the bear remains much warmer than many small hibernators.
Researchers have observed brief episodes of shivering-like activity during hibernation. Subtle muscle contractions may provide occasional stimulation without fully waking the bear. The animal can also shift position inside the den from time to time.
So hibernation is profound inactivity, not complete paralysis.
Blood continues circulating through the resting muscles.
Other seasonal changes help prevent slow blood flow from becoming dangerous. Remarkably, bears also preserve much of their bone strength during disuse.
Joints, tendons, and supporting tissues must remain ready for spring movement.
When the den opens, the bear can place full weight on its legs almost immediately.
Researchers comparing muscles before and after hibernation find far less decline than human disuse would predict.
The bear is functional at emergence, although peak performance may still return gradually.
Activity and feeding increase as spring recovery continues.
Before emergence, metabolism and circulation begin rising from the winter state.
Black bears and brown bears share many broad muscle-preserving adaptations.
Polar bears are different because most remain active, while pregnant females use maternity dens.
Hibernation patterns therefore vary among bear species and populations.
Climate also changes how long an individual remains inside the den. Snow, soil, and vegetation help insulate the den and stabilize its temperature.
Some mothers give birth while still fasting inside the winter den.
They then produce milk, using stored energy and carefully conserved nutrients. The body must prioritize the brain, heart, muscles, and growing cubs at the same time.
This is why bear physiology interests doctors studying muscle loss during hospital bed rest.
It may also suggest new approaches for patients immobilized by injury or illness.
The same biology is relevant to age-related muscle loss. Space researchers study hibernators because microgravity also weakens human muscle.
But bear biology is not a finished treatment that can simply be injected into people.
Scientists study blood, muscle, metabolism, and seasonal signals to identify the real mechanisms.
Carefully timed samples before, during, and after hibernation reveal how the system changes.
Gene and protein studies show coordinated winter remodeling, rather than one isolated switch.
Urea recycling and the role of gut microbes remain active areas of investigation.
There is no single magical body trick protecting the bear.
Fat metabolism, nitrogen conservation, reduced protein breakdown, moderate temperature, and occasional activity work together.
Natural selection built this system around predictable seasonal fasting.
The protection starts before winter, with feeding, fat storage, and hormonal preparation.
Compared with humans, the bear survives inactivity by changing the entire metabolic state.
Months later, the same animal can rise, stretch, and walk into the spring forest.
The bear stays strong because hibernation is an organized physiological program, not simply a very long sleep.